Kashmir and NIFTM Haryana and many more private institutions. Now, talking about the conference, we have emerging agricultural trends and innovations that imply new technologies and strategies that get more sophisticated with time. So, the agriculture sector has undergone significant changes over the previous several decades, and new technologies has also been expanded in this sector. So, agricultural recent advancements have made farming activities more acceptable and comfortable for the farmers. So, the agenda of this international conference is to congregate an array of researchers, academicians, plant scientists, experts, agriculturists, horticulturists, and PhD and postgraduate students to discuss their views, recent findings of their research, and case studies from around the world in concurrent sessions, as well as providing numerous networking and collaboration opportunities. So let us move now with this introduction. Let us move towards the first session of our first session of the day. So for the first session, let me invite our guest of the session, Mr. Anand Chandra, who is an executive director and co-founder of the organization Arya.ag. So before inviting Sir to deliver his talk, let me introduce Sir to our participants. So Sir is a MBA with a specialization in agribusiness management accessing global markets program from Cornell University. Anand Sir has close to 2 decades of experience in commodity-based financing. He has been a part of ICICI Bank as a national product head for the agri-commodity finance business. He was instrumental in developing the product and the associated processes for the bank since the inception of this product. Sir is as I also already mentioned, Sir is the co-founder and executive director of Arya.ag, which is India's largest integrated grain commerce platform. So today, Arya.ag impacts over 6.5 lakh farmers and 500 FPOs and ensure a growth of approximately 25% in their value realization. So, Sir, Arya's profitable growth while bridging the trust gap across the agricultural value chain has been a reflection of Sir's leadership and people and the skills. So, talking about Sir's awards and recognition, Sir has been awarded with Impact Maker in the Amazon Sambhav Entrepreneurship Challenge, AgriTech Company of the Year Award, also awarded by Indian Council of Food and Agriculture (ICAR) for innovative model and excellence in agri services and technology sector at Agri Startups Convention in 2018. Also recognized in the year 2017 with the Smart CEO Startup 50 India offered in collaboration with IDA Ireland as a top 50 venture. So with this introduction now, I would like to invite Sir to podium. So Sir, we are more than happy to have you here today. So now I will hand over the session to you, Sir. So over to you, Sir, and I welcome you, Sir.
Thank you, Preeti. Thank you so much for your lavish introduction. Hi, good evening, everyone. I'll not go into my introduction because Preeti, I think, has given more than an introduction about me. The topic which I have chosen for today's discussion is entrepreneurship and how do we. I was also an agri graduate from Allahabad Agriculture Institute, passed out in 2002, and then did my MBA with specialization in agri business management. One thing which I thought I can speak about is how do you go about starting your own business and what are the things you can look towards to make it profitable or sustainable. And I would request if the sessions could be made as interactive as possible, because the topic of entrepreneurship is so huge that 1 hour or 45 minutes are too small for it. But I will just focus on small behavioral or decision-making aspects which are very critical, because I have been on the other side when I was studying, or post that when I started my career with the bank. So one of the things in agri which we all should accept is this was never a choice or the first choice which we made. So we all joined agriculture or studied agriculture because we did not qualify for the engineering or the I would say the medicine line. So agri technically for in all of us, including me, or I would say most of us, including me, was a second choice. But what we never realized, like this is a sector which is the most stable sector. This is a sector which holds now a lot of promises, because in the current scheme of things, this is a sector which has attracted maximum amount of investments and is looking very attractive for people to come and start businesses in this. The amount of money which is now associated with it is giving power to people to experiment, which was something which was missing, say, 10 years ago. The realization among the masses that agri is going to be the key factor which is required to feed the humans. And with the growing population, the pressure on agri is going to become immense. So while and as a country in India, which has almost 16 agroclimatic zone, we can produce anything or everything which we want. And with the large amount of arable land which we have with us, gives us the power to rule the world. Unfortunately, Indian agriculture has been plagued with vote bank politics, which has never permitted people to think beyond vote bank, and that has, I would say, not allowed us to grow the way we want to. But we are seeing some shift happening for a good. So hopefully things will evolve. Now, coming back to entrepreneurship is all about decision making. Now, something which we Indians culturally always lack. We always look around for support or validations for the decisions we want to take. We want people to support us or validate, so that if it goes wrong, we can say, we asked you also. ना तुमसे पूछ के किया था types. We want to marry, but our love, people we love, but वो फिर पेरेंट्स के कहने पे कर लेंगे, क्योंकि कल को कुछ खराब हो गया तो we can blame them कि आप ही ने दिलाया था ये लड़का या लड़की. So that decision making is what differentiates between a good, successful entrepreneur and the one not good. Second key thing is, while you start your business, please have your objective clear, whether you want to do it for charity or you want to make money. Making money is not a crime in India. But unfortunately, when we talk about money, everybody starts looking at this guy is selfish. There's no selfish. As long as you're making money legally, legitimately, there is no problem in saying that we are making this money. What we do is we put so much societal pressure on us that we find it difficult to say that we are doing this for making money. So there is no harm in having a clarity that you're doing this to make money. But we want to cushion ourselves that in case we fail, we will say, oh, we were not ready to make money. So that's why we just shut it off. Now, so please have a clarity that when you're starting a business, have a crystal clear clarity whether you're doing this for business or for charity, or you are doing this for making money. Now, once you are about to focus on making money, because I will not be able to comment on when you're doing business for charity, because that's not my domain. When you think about setting up a business for making money, don't fall in love with your product. We always tend to fall with our product and processes and think, yeah, we have our eureka moment. This is not how businesses are run. They will never be eureka moment. For example, there are people who are selling so many different things. We fall in love, we think that this is what will make a difference. It is not me or you who will decide your product or service is good. It is the end consumer who's going to decide. So I give you a very classic example. The way we look at data in India. Now, I have been attending a lot of conferences and people have been telling that India, the food wastage in India on the post due to lack of scientific storage is 15 to 20%. Now, that is a data which is almost two and a half decade old. That is when India was producing around 75 million metric tons of food grains. And now India is producing more than 300 million metric tons. So if at a 15-20% loss, which people quote in the research books, you calculate there will be like a 60 million metric ton of loss, which means all the roads should have been flooded with food grains. Do we see food grains around? Answer is no. We don't have enough research data when we make business plan. And that is what creates problem for us. So while you are deciding on a business plan, it is important that you hit the ground running. You figure out exactly what you want to do. And to figuring out what you want to do, you need to identify where the problem is. Unfortunately, most of the agri tech setups or people have a solution, and then they are looking to plug that solution in the current scheme of things. That is not how you can set up businesses. Businesses are set up where you identify a problem and then evolve a solution around it. But in agri, I come across a lot of people with a preconceived notion about something, with a solution in hand, and then they try to fix that in the current scheme of things. So the feedback here is that we should identify what is the problem and how big is the problem before we switch over and evolve a business model around it. A classic example is what we do is we always get carried away with what is happening in US or Europe or Middle East or somewhere, and then say, okay, we have got this technology which is working well in US, UK. Believe me, those technologies will not work in India, or they may work with a slight bend on what is required in Indian context. I give you a classic example of traceability. Everybody is talking about traceability. But what is traceability? Traceability will tell you that, okay, you found a pesticidal residue or a fertilizer residue in something, and then you are able to trace it back that this has come from this farm. Now tell me, if in Indian context, where a one truckload will have stocks from 3 or 4 farmers, how will you identify at a bag level? Now, I was debating with somebody, a senior position from National Institute of Agriculture Extension Management. They said the cost is not so high for implementing. I said, agree, the cost is not so high. You can come up with those scanners and all at a very low cost. But what about the time? What we are not realizing is the time involved to scan one bag at the time it enters a warehouse or a processing unit and then it goes out is going to increase your logistic cost. The laborers who today can give you a quotation for carrying 1,000 bags, if because of the scanner, it delays their time by 10% also, they will increase the cost by 10%. So what we fail to understand is it is not the standalone cost of the technology, it is also the cost of the, I would say it is also the cost for the time value of money. For example, what GST did, GST reduced the travel cost because there were no stoppages. What GST did is there were no stoppages, the diesel consumption went down. That's why logistic improved. Same thing when we are implementing any tech in the field, we should focus on how do I reduce the cost, or who is going to bear the cost in case there is additional cost. And to cost, what is the benefit which the end consumer is going to get or the user is going to get. See, there are technologies which are useful, but at what cost? I give you a classic example in our case, like we run 3,000 warehouses. The easier thing for us was to install CCTV cameras in all the warehouses to mitigate the risk of theft and all. But look at the cost to monitor those 3,000 warehouses. Then I need to set up a command center where if one person is able to view, say, 10 warehouses or 30 warehouses, I need to have 100 people sitting in the command center. Look at my cost. It would have become unviable. So what we did, we worked on a technology that I will get only, we make the cameras AI enabled so that I only get alerts when there is certain triggers. We define the triggers. So similarly, while implementing technologies, it is important that you figure out how are you going to use it operationally as well as economically. So these are some points which are important for us to focus on when we set up a business. The biggest point still remains is don't fall in love with your product or processes. We tend to get carried away and we always see low hanging fruit. And most of the time I have seen the agri companies or people looking only for a government support to implement. Why do you need government support if your product is good or your service is good? It's a question which we don't want to answer. We always look at a stopgap arrangement that if the government approves it, it will be easy bucks. It will not be easy bucks if you really want to make a business model. The other thing which we in agri are not adapting is our outreach programs are not up to the mark. How do I ensure that I have processes or systems to ensure they reach to the masses. So this is in short on my take on entrepreneur in agriculture. I would be happy to answer and make it more interactive because it's slightly boring to have a one-sided sessions on this. So Preeti, I think we can leave the floor open for all to ask questions or anything which they are specific. So that could make the conversation more interesting.
Yes, sir. Actually, the access for the chat as well as to unmute themselves has already been given, sir. So, if somebody wants to, directly interact to you, it's open, sir.
Yeah, I would be happy to answer or take any feedback from anyone. Any specific thing you would like to know about or would have specific? Anyone has anything? I think someone is written in the chat. English Hindi mix में पढ़ा है. Okay. अच्छा. So I'll try to put this in Hindi. See, agriculture में how do you select the product? अच्छा. So प्रोडक्ट पे आने से पहले मैं एक चीज और बताना चाहूंगा कि एग्रीकल्चर में क्या है कि हम लोग एक जगह पे हमेशा गलती करते हैं कि हम लोग की मैथ्स बड़ी कमजोर होती है. मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल इन एग्रीकल्चर की मैथ्स बड़ी कमजोर होती है और हम लोग सोचते हैं कि बस एग्रीकल्चर में हुआ या मेडिकल में हुआ तो मैथ्स से छूटा पाला छूट गया. मोस्टली मेडिसिन लाइन वाले एग्रीकल्चर में ज्यादा आते हैं जो मैथ्स में काफी तेज नहीं होते. बट एक चीज मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा अपने एक्सपीरियंस पे कि मैथ्स एक ऐसी चीज है जिसके साथ आपको अगर बिजनेस करना है तो शादी करके रखनी पड़ेगी. एंड और उसमें ये है कि शादी इसलिए करके रखनी पड़ेगी कि देखिए हम ना नंबर को दिन रात यूज करते हैं. हमें बिजनेस में भी उसको इस्तेमाल करना पड़ेगा. ऐसा नहीं कि हमारे पास काबिलियत नहीं है. जैसे कि अगर आप कहीं नौकरी कर रहे हैं ना तो आप दूसरी जगह नौकरी करने जाएंगे तो आप पूछेंगे भैया कितना सैलरी दे रहे हो. वो सैलरी ना किसी भाषा में नहीं आएगी कि वो इंग्लिश में लिखेंगे सैलरी या हिंदी में लिखेंगे. आप सीधा बोलोगे नंबर बताओ कितना मिलेगा. तो सेम चीज आपके बिजनेस में आती है कि अगर आपको कोई अच्छा बिजनेस मॉडल बनाना है सक्सेसफुल होना है तो आपको नंबरों से मतलब जिसे बोलते हैं ना यू द नंबर्स शुड बी ऑन योर फिंगर टिप्स. वो नंबर्स आपके स्ट्रांग होने पड़ेंगे कि आप उसको कैलकुलेट करके ट्रैक कर सके कि कहाँ खर्चा ज्यादा हो रहा है कहाँ पे पैसा बन रहा है कहाँ पैसा नहीं बन रहा. तो ये एक बहुत जरूरी चीज होती है. अभी जो क्वेश्चन चैट में आया हाउ डू आई सेलेक्ट द प्रोडक्ट. प्रोडक्ट आपको सेलेक्ट करना पड़ेगा कि कोई प्रॉब्लम है उसके लिए आप प्रोडक्ट बनाएंगे कि भाई मार्केट में किसी चीज की जरूरत आपको लग रही है जिस जिस जो अभी तक एड्रेस नहीं की आप प्रोडक्ट उसको बनाएंगे. क्या होता है हम लोग एग्रीकल्चर में खासकर और बाकी सेक्टर्स में क्या होता है हम अपने प्रोडक्ट से बड़ा खुश हो जाते हैं तो हम सोचते हैं कि यार ये एक प्रॉब्लम है जिससे कि हम सॉल्व कर लेंगे. जैसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में क्या होता है ना आप किसी से फीडबैक लीजिए तो वो बताएगा कि मेरी ये प्रॉब्लम है जिसमें वो प्रॉब्लम वो वाली होगी जो कि एक्सेप्शन होगी बट उसको याद इसलिए है क्योंकि उसने उसका 2-3 घंटा ले लिया था. बट आदमी जब प्रोडक्ट बनाने जाता है तो एक्सेप्शन के बेसिस पे कई बार फीडबैक ऐसे मिलते हैं. आदमी ये नहीं सोचता कि एक ऐसा भी. मैं आपको एक क्लासिक एग्जांपल बताता हूँ. हमारे यहाँ हम अपने प्रोसेस रिव्यू कर रहे थे तो हम लोग ने बुला के पूछा लोगों से कि कहाँ प्रॉब्लम है. तो ज्यादातर हमें प्रॉब्लम पता चली तो लोगों ने बताया जी सर ये देखिए ये प्रॉब्लम है. और ज्यादातर लोग उसका फिर सोल्यूशन निकालने लगे कि ये प्रॉब्लम थी चलो इसका सोल्यूशन निकालते हैं. किसी ने ये नहीं पूछा कि ये प्रॉब्लम कितनी बार आई. वो प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है उसको 3 महीने में एक बार आई बट उसको क्यों याद थी. उसको इसलिए याद थी क्योंकि वो प्रॉब्लम पे ने उसका 2 घंटा ले लिया था इसलिए उसको याद थी. लेकिन जब आप प्रोसेस इंप्रूवमेंट करते हैं तो आपको ये देखना पड़ेगा कि ऐसी कौन सी चीज है जो उसका रोज का 10 मिनट ले रही है. तो 3 महीने में 1 महीने में 20 दिन अगर उसने काम किया तो उसका 200 मिनट हो गया और 3 महीने में 600 मिनट चला गया. तो आदमी वो 60 मिनट को प्लग इन करने में लग जाता है या दिमाग लगाने लगता है क्योंकि वो उसने इतने पैशनेटली बताया होगा आपको कि जी देखो यही चीज जिसकी वजह से मैं कर नहीं पाया. तो आदमी अपने पैशन में इतना कैरी हो जाता है कि वो नंबर्स देखना भूल जाता है. अगर आप 600 मिनट को सॉल्व करेंगे तो आपको 600 मिनट बचेगा। अब आप एक एक्सेप्शन को 60 मिनट का सॉल्व करेंगे तो आपको 60 मिनट बचेगा। तो ये बहुत जरूरी है कि आप जो प्रॉब्लम जिसके आइडेंटिफाई करें उसको क्वांटिफाई करना जरूरी है। तो आपको वो प्रॉब्लम को क्वांटिफिकेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है इस एस्पेक्ट में, जिसको हम अक्सर भूल जाते हैं। जब आप प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हैं तो आपको उस प्रोडक्ट की नीड समझनी पड़ेगी कि इसकी जरूरत क्या है, इसके यूजर कौन कौन है, उसको यूज करके उसका फायदा और नुकसान क्या है, तब आप प्रोडक्ट आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे। ये मैं नहीं आपको बता पाऊंगा कि प्रोडक्ट कौन सा लेंगे। आपको प्रोडक्ट सिलेक्शन में आपको ये सोचना पड़ेगा कि आप कौन सी प्रॉब्लम एड्रेस कर रहे हैं। जैसे आप देखिए ओला उबर, इन्होंने आपकी कौन सी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व की? इन्होंने आपकी प्रॉब्लम ये सॉल्व की कि आज आपको ऑटो रिक्शा वाला या टैक्सी वाला मुंह मांगा दाम देता था, आज आपको उसने बैठने से पहले बता दिया कि भाई आपका इतना लगेगा। आपको उससे पूछने की जरूरत नहीं है कितना लगेगा, उसने आपको दाम बता दिया। आपको उससे बार्गेन करने की जरूरत नहीं है, आपको उससे रास्ता पूछने की जरूरत नहीं है कि भाई किधर से लेके जाओगे, इधर से छोटा है उधर से बड़ा है। वो आपको अप्रोक्सीमेट फेयर बता दिया, उसने आपको टाइम बता दिया कि इतना टाइम लग रहा है ट्रांजिट में। आप इसीलिए ओला को प्रिफर करते हो। आपको रिलायबिलिटी आ गई कि भाई अगर चांसेस कैंसिलेशन होते हैं बट 95% टाइम नहीं होते, एक रिलायबिलिटी आ गई। इसीलिए उन्होंने ये नीड समझी कि इस सेक्टर में ट्रांसपेरेंसी की जरूरत है, इस सेक्टर में रिलायबिलिटी की जरूरत है, इस सेक्टर में ऑनेस्टी की जरूरत है। तो उसने उसके अगेंस्ट प्रोडक्ट बना दिया। तो सेम चीज आपको भी सोचनी पड़ेगी कि मेरे को कहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम है, तो मैं उस हिसाब से प्रोडक्ट बनाऊंगा। दूसरा क्वेश्चन जो आया, आई थिंक चैट्स डिलीट हो रही है क्या? नो, प्रिया, आई कैन सी ओनली वन लास्ट चैट, द अदर चैट्स, अच्छा आ गया आ गया। किसी ने पूछा है कि मैं पीजीडीबीएम इन एग्री बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट, इज दिस बेस्ट एज एन स्कोप इन फ्यूचर? देखो यार रविंदर सिंह जी, आप अपना कैमरा ऑन करिए, मैं आपको एक बार देखना चाहता हूँ। रविंदर सिंह जी, आपने पीजीडीबीएम वाला क्वेश्चन पूछा, अगर आप अनम्यूट करिए रविंदर सिंह जी।
यस
आवाज
सर।
आ रही है? अच्छा
यस
रविंदर
सर।
सिंह
यस।
जी, ये मैं क्वेश्चन इसलिए पूछूंगा और आप मेरे क्वेश्चन का बुरा मत मानिएगा, बट ईमानदारी से जवाब दीजिएगा।
सर।
आपकी गर्लफ्रेंड है?
नो सर।
अरे ऐसे तो हो ही नहीं सकता।
नहीं नहीं सर, नहीं है।
सच सच बताओ,
नहीं सर, सच में नहीं है सर।
कोई पसंद है?
नहीं सर, अभी तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है।
देखो तुम हंस रहे हो, हमको लग रहा है तुम छुपा रहे हो।
नहीं
देखो
नहीं
मैं
सर।
देखो मैं बताता हूँ ये मैं किस लिए आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ, और आपको बुरा नहीं मानना चाहिए। मैं आपसे इसलिए पूछ रहा हूँ कि जब आपने अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड चुनी ना, तो आपने चुनी, तब आपने किसी से पूछा नहीं कि इसमें स्कोप है कि ये लड़की आगे सही रहेगी शादी करने के बाद कि नहीं रहेगी। तब आपने अपना फैसला खुद लिया क्योंकि आपको काम पसंद था, मतलब वो लड़की
यस
पसंद
सर।
थी।
यस सर।
तो क्या होता है जब हम लाइफ में अपनी मर्जी से फैसले लेते हैं जो हमें अच्छा लगता है करना, तब हम किसी से नहीं पूछते। तो हम करियर में क्यों पूछ रहे हैं?
यस सर। वो भी है।
समझ रहे हो ना? देखो करियर
यस सर।
और जो पर्सनल लेवल पे हम काम करते हैं वो एक ही जैसा होता है। जैसे जब आप प्रोफेशनल बनेंगे ना, आप मार्केट में जाएंगे, आप पता करेंगे कि क्या चल रहा है। जैसे आपको लड़की को इम्प्रेस करना होता है ना, तो आप पूरी मेहनत करते हैं, आप पूरा टाइमिंग पता लगाते हैं, वो इस समय किधर जाएगी, कल किस समय कोचिंग पे जाएगी, कितने बजे कोचिंग खत्म होती है, किस कौन कौन सहेली आया, तो पूरा मार्केट स्टडी आप करते हैं। सेम चीज बिजनेस में भी होती है,
यस
आपको
सर।
मार्केट स्टडी करना होता है। फिर एक इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट जो हम लोग जिसको वैल्यू नहीं करते लाइफ में होता है टाइम।
यस
लेकिन
सर।
आपको जब अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड को इम्प्रेस करना होता है तो आप 5 बजे भी सुबह उठ के टाइम मैनेजमेंट करते हो कि मैं 5 बजे, अच्छा यहाँ से निकलेगी तो चलो मैं यहाँ खड़ा रहता हूँ, या 9 बजे यहाँ से जाएगी। सेम चीज ऑफिस में भी होता है कि आप टाइम पे काम करेंगे, आप वो डिसिप्लिन। तो जब आदमी की पर्सनल चॉइस होती है ना, तो वो किसी की नहीं सुनता। तो करियर
यस
में
सर।
क्यों एडवाइस देना चाह रहे हो?
यस सर। आई अंडरस्टैंड सर।
हाँ, जो आपको अच्छा लग रहा है, आपको जो चीज समझ में आ रही है, आप वो करिए ना।
यस
देखो
सर।
इंडस्ट्री में सब चीज का स्कोप है और किसी चीज का भी नहीं है।
हम्म।
अच्छे लोगों की कमी बहुत है, बस इतना कह सकता हूँ आपसे।
यस सर।
ये बस, बाकी तो आप देखो क्या, एग्रीकल्चर वाले भी पैसा कमा रहे हैं, मेडिकल वाले भी कमा रहे हैं, इंजीनियर वाले भी कमा रहे हैं। और एग्रीकल्चर वाले पैसा नहीं भी कमा रहे, मेडिकल वाले भी नहीं कमा रहे और इंजीनियर वाले भी नहीं कमा रहे। अब आपको जो देखना है आप देख लो।
जैसे दैट कि वो खुद के ऊपर है कि जस्ट लाइक वो कितना टाइम मैनेजमेंट है, कितना
हाँ
हार्ड।
भाई, ये आपको अपने फैसला लेना है, अपने चॉइस के हिसाब से लेना है।
यस सर।
आप उस हिसाब से करिए काम। आप बस ये दूसरों, आप मेरे से इसलिए स्कोप पूछना चाहते हैं कि मैं बोल दूं अच्छा है तो आपको अच्छा लगेगा कि आप ये ज्वाइन कर लिए, लेकिन ये मैं नहीं बोलूंगा क्योंकि ये आपका
यस
फैसला
सर।
है। ये फैसला आपको ओन करना पड़ेगा।
यस सर।
तो आप इसको ओन करिए, अपनी मेहनत करिए। बाकी अच्छे लोगों की कमी हर सेक्टर में है।
थैंक यू सर।
ठीक है रिंदर जी।
यस सर, यस थैंक यू।
नेक्स्ट चैट में I am Bharat from right now. I'm pursuing my BSc degree in agriculture and planning to pursue. So, is it necessary to do MBA and ABM to do future business, or we can do merge this with agriculture? भरत जी, मैं आपकी शक्ल देखना चाहूंगा। भरत जी, अगर आप मेरे को सुन रहे हैं तो अपना वीडियो ऑन करिए और बोलिए। भरत जी, आप अनम्यूट करिए। म्यूट पे हैं भरत जी आप? हाँ बोलिए।
हाय सर।
हाय सर, बताइए।
सर वही पूछना था कि लाइक एबीएम इज इट नेसेसरी टू डू एग्रीकल्चर बिजनेस और वी कैन मर्ज एनीथिंग एल्स इन इट?
बीएससी एग्रीकल्चर क्यों किया?
सब मेरा ड्रीम था सर।
आपका ड्रीम था?
यस सर, फर्स्ट
तो
चॉइस।
सिर्फ तो तो बीएससी एग्रीकल्चर ही आपकी ड्रीम थी? आपको आगे का सपना नहीं आया कि एमएससी करना है, कि पीएचडी करना है, कि एमबीए करना है?
हाँ सर, पीएचडी का प्लान था बट इट्स वेरी टाइम कंज्यूमिंग सो आई ड्रॉप द प्लान।
तो सपना तो तोड़ दिया आपने अपना।
यस।
नहीं नहीं भरत, देखो मैं तुम्हें तुमसे मजाक करने के लिए नहीं, मैं तुम्हें थोड़ा एक थॉट प्रोसेस अलाइन करने के लिए क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ। और मैं भी तुम्हारा एग्जाम्पल बना के बाकी सब लोगों को एक थॉट प्रोसेस देना चाहता हूँ। तो एकदम सच सच बताओ, सपना बीएससी एग्रीकल्चर का ही आया था?
यस सर, मतलब अब लाइक बचपन में तो कुछ ऐसा पता नहीं होता ना कि क्या पसंद आएगा या फ्यूचर क्या है इसमें।
तो 12वीं
बट
के बाद क्या पसंद आया था?
बट बॉटनी में थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट था more
हम्म।
than zoology and maths.
तो किस साल में चालू किया आपने बीएससी एग्रीकल्चर?
2021 सर, 2020।
20। तो हाँ, तो 21 में आपको लगा कि मेरे को बीएससी एग्रीकल्चर करना चाहिए?
नो सर, 8th स्टैंडर्ड।
8th स्टैंडर्ड में? तो कौन से कॉलेज से पढ़े हो आप?
अभी मैं फिलहाल वसंतराव नाइक की यूनिवर्सिटी से एफिलिएटेड कॉलेज है, कॉलेज ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर बदनापुर, वहां से कर रहा हूँ सर।
तो पंतनगर से क्यों नहीं की?
सर आईसीआर का स्कोर थोड़ा खराब था, सीईटी का अच्छा था।
तो आईसीआर के स्कोर अच्छा ले लेते, 1 साल रुक के।
Yes, sir.
अगर सपना था तो यार सपने के लिए थोड़ी मेहनत करते।
हाँ सर, बट सीईटी में अच्छा स्कोर था सो मैंने महाराष्ट्र में कंटिन्यू किया फिर।
देखो मैं आपको इसलिए भारत ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ क्योंकि अगर जब सपना होता है ना, तो सपने के लिए तो फिर मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी। फिर तो आपने जो कॉलेज चुनना था तो फिर पंतनगर चुनते या हिसार चुनते, जो टॉप
यस सर,
कॉलेजेस
मेरा
हैं।
ऑल इंडिया में कॉलेज का ड्रीम हैदराबाद टीएनएयू था, बट मुझे मिला नहीं उतना स्कोर।
आप रहने वाले कहाँ के हो?
महाराष्ट्र, छत्रपति संभाजीनगर सर।
तो फिर आपको तम टीएनएयू क्यों था ड्रीम?
टीएनए के रिव्यूज सुने थे कुछ, पहचान वाले थे, अच्छा था इसलिए।
देखो क्या है दोस्त, आप लोग बड़े लकी हो। और लकी इसलिए हो क्योंकि आज इंटरनेट पे इतनी इंफॉर्मेशन मिलती है जो हमारे समय में मिलती नहीं थी। हमारे समय में हम जब इंटरनेट यूज करने जाते थे तो 60-70 रुपए 1 घंटे का लगता था जब कैफे वाला लेता था। आज तो 200-300 रुपए में रोज का 1 GB डेटा मिल जाता है।
नहीं सर, ऐसी बात नहीं,
दिन
हम
के
भी उस
लिए।
फेज में थे सर जब हम नेट कैफे पे जाते थे सर।
नहीं नहीं, आप लोग तो बचपन में गेम खेलने जाते थे। अब तो इंटरनेट इतना सस्ता हो गया, 300 रुपए में तो आप रोज 1 GB डेटा देखिए। तो कहने का पॉइंट ये कि भरत भाई, जब आपको अपनी ड्रीम परस्यू करनी होगी तो आपको रिसर्च प्रॉपर करनी होगी। मेरा ये फीडबैक है मतलब आपको। और जब आप अपनी रिसर्च प्रॉपर कर लेंगे तो आप डिसाइड करेंगे कि आपको आगे क्या करना है। देखो क्या है, ये सब डिग्रियां विग्रियां तो हैं, नाम मात्र की। लेकिन इनसे फर्क क्या होता है कॉलेज का, मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ, अगर आपको जॉब करना है तो। जैसे आईसीआईसीआई बैंक में जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था तो मैं मैनेज का पढ़ा हुआ था, तो हम लोग को लेते थे असिस्टेंट मैनेजर 2 लेवल पे, और आईएम और इरमा वालों को लेते थे मैनेजर 1 लेवल पे। जो टीयर, क्योंकि उसको बोलते थे टीयर 1 कॉलेज, आईएम और इरमा को। मैनेज को बोलते थे टीयर 2 कॉलेज। जो टीयर 3 कॉलेज होता था वो असिस्टेंट मैनेजर 1 पे आता था एमबीए का। जो टीयर 4 कॉलेज होता था वो सीनियर ऑफिसर पे आता था। फिर उसके नीचे होता था ऑफिसर, फिर उसके नीचे होता था जूनियर ऑफिसर। तो मतलब एक एमबीए वाला जूनियर ऑफिसर पे जो 10,000 15,000 की नौकरी से स्टार्ट करता था, या एक मैनेजर जिसकी साल की तनख्वाह या महीने की तनख्वाह 1 लाख रुपए होती थी। तो कॉलेज का फर्क यहाँ पड़ता है। अगर आपने एमबीए जूनियर ऑफिसर से स्टार्ट किया तो आपको मैनेजर में 6 प्रमोशन लगेंगे। आपने 2 साल पे भी प्रमोशन लिया तो आप 12 साल पीछे हैं। तो ये जो 1 साल की मेहनत मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ, ये कई बार लोगों के 12 साल बचा सकती है। आप समझ रहे हैं मैं क्या कहना चाह रहा हूँ?
Yes, yes, sir.
कई बार हम लोग हड़बड़ी में, इम्पेशेंट में वो कर लेते हैं कि 1 साल बच जाएगा, बट 1 साल बचाने के चक्कर में कई बार हम 5 साल पीछे हो जाते हैं। समझे भरत भाई क्या बोला मैंने?
Yes, yes, sir.
हाँ, तो अगर आपका सपना है तो फिर सपना तो बेस्ट का ही करो, उसी की मेहनत करो।
Yes, sir.
हम्म, चलो, ऑल द बेस्ट भरत भाई।
Thank you, sir.
Anybody else? Prerna, we will can have a chat sometime later. Since you have put in, you joined it, we can take a download from others. किसी और को कोई क्वेश्चन है जो पूछना चाहे, टाइप ना करना चाहे, सामने सामने पूछना चाहे तो प्लीज, we still have time to discuss. Yeah, Prema, you can speak. You're on mute. We see your hand raise. आपका हाथ उठा है प्रेमा, आप पूछ सकते हैं।
Good evening, sir.
Good.
Sir, I want to know that as I have joined the lead, from some students I have listened that basic idea I've gained that this is a prox of ABM, agribusiness management.
I come again. I could not understand you, Prema.
As I have joined the session late, I have from these two students that were asking questions from ABM related. Can I ask a question from ABM? Is this
Yeah, please,
ABM
please.
only?
Yeah, please.
So, as I am a student of a BSc Honours Agriculture third year only, and I want to make my career in ABM only, but not specific about the college. Somewhat, I am my brother is from IIM Ahmedabad. He is telling from Lucknow ABM is best. Is any? Do you have any idea of?
Prerna, देखो, I am Ahmedabad or I am Lucknow, I am itself is a very big name. So I
Yes,
don't
sir.
think it make up much of a difference whether you
But sir,
study.
somewhat specific particular courses matter somewhere.
देखो, मैं आपको एक बात बताता हूँ, your professional growth outside the college will depend how fast you unlearn the things which you're learning in college. I repeat, how fast you unlearn the things which you're learning in college. What we get, I'm not talking about research fields right now, because research is again a different animal altogether. When you are talking about professional careers, the brand name of the institution from which you are passing out gives you a platform to excel at a much faster rate than a college which doesn't have a brand name. This is what I was telling Varad also, that if you join from IM, ISCCA will take you at a manager grade 1 level. And if you join from a small college MBA, it may take you at a junior officer. And the grade difference will be 6 grades in between.
Yeah.
So that's the impact. So I am Ahmedabad, I am Lucknow. will not make a difference too much in your career.
Sir, but I am asking about only agribusiness, which is more better for agribusiness, agriculture, because somewhat I have
That is what
misinformed
I'm.
from you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Prema. I am name itself is big, so agri business from I am Ahmedabad or I am Lucknow will not make much of a difference.
Okay.
The difference will be if you say I want to do from I am Rohtak or I want to do from I am Kozhikode. That is where gap may come in. But I am Ahmedabad, I am Lucknow, not much of a difference in ABM.
Okay, sir.
Anyone else would like to ask any questions? Anyone else? Because we have a couple of more minutes left before I think you start your another session at 7 o'clock. So we can take one or two more questions. Anyone interested, please? I guess Preeti, none of them have more questions to ask, so we can just wind up the session and
Yes, sir. Participants, if you have no any other question, then we can wind up the session. If you have any, please ask. I think, sir, there are not any questions, sir.
sort of good.
So,
Saurabh Randhawa has written hello. I think he has something. Saurabh, you have something to ask? Saurabh Randhawa, can you hear us?
Mr. Saurabh, if you are trying to ask something, please unmute yourself and please talk to sir.
I think that was. Saurabh is saying he's not able to unmute.
Sir, I just requested him to unmute, sir.
Achha.
हेलो सर
Yeah.
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि हमें अगर इंटरप्रेन्योरशिप की अगर नया कोई प्रोजेक्ट चालू करना है या कंपनी चालू करनी है तो उसके लिए डॉक्यूमेंटेशन या और में परमिशन लेनी पड़ती है अलग अलग विभाग से तो वो कौन कौन सी परमिशन लेनी चाहिए उसकी जानकारी कहाँ पे मिलेगी हमें
या देखो आपको ये डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा कि आपको कंपनी बनानी है कि पार्टनरशिप फर्म बनाना है कि प्रोप्राइटरशिप फर्म बनाना है या लिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी पार्टनरशिप बनी है। इन सब के लिए सबसे बढ़िया होता है कि आप लोकल के चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट को पकड़े, वो लोग आपको डॉक्यूमेंटेशन और वो सब करवा देते हैं बड़ी आसानी से। और आज की तारीख में सरकार की तरफ से भी काफी हेल्प्स मौजूद है। अगर आप इस अपना काम चालू करना चाहें तो ग्रांट्स वांट्स भी मिलती हैं कुछ प्रोजेक्ट में। तो लोकल लेवल पे जो चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट्स होते हैं वो ये सब पेपर वर्क कंप्लीट कराने और उसमें एक्सपर्ट होते हैं। क्योंकि कुछ जगहों के डिपेंडिंग कि आप किस टाइप का काम चालू करना चाहते हो उसके रेगुलेशंस, जैसे आप प्रोसेसिंग का काम चलेंगे तो प्रोसेसिंग के लाइसेंस अलग होंगे, आपको सिर्फ ट्रेडिंग का काम करना है तो उसके अलग होंगे, आपको सर्विस करना है तो उसका अलग होगा। तो डिपेंडिंग आपको क्या करना है उस हिसाब से चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट विल बी द बेस्ट गाइड टू एडवाइस यू।
Thank you, sir. I hope, Mr. Saurabh, that answers your question. So, sir, shall we wind up the program? Shall we wind up the session, sir?
Yeah, I'm through with this. I think if they don't have any more questions, I think I hope the small session we had was useful to them. So up to them.
Yes, sir. So, sir, thank you thank you for interacting with the participants. Thank you for answering their questions so patiently. It was a highly motivating session, sir. So, within a span of 30 minutes, you could ignite our young minds, and they just started asking about their careers and so many things. So, sir, thank you so much for putting this fire into them. So, thank you so much for joining with us, sir. So, on the behalf of our participants in Just Agriculture, I convey my big thanks to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Preeti, and all the best, guys. Just focus on yourself, have clarity of thoughts, and you'll do wonders.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good night. Bye bye.
Bye, sir. Dear participants, with this, we will be moving towards our next session of the day, which is for the next session, we have with us today Dr. Arvind Munjaji Rao Sonkamble. So, sir, are you there in the meeting? Can you hear me, sir? Arvind, sir,
Hello.
are you there in the meeting? Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Good evening. Yeah, I'm already joined.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Before inviting sir to deliver his talk, I would like to introduce sir to our participants. So, Dr. Arvind Munjajirao Sonkamle is a professor and head at Department of Vegetable Science, College of Horticulture, Dr. PDKV Akula. So, sir has approximately 24 years of service in the university, and sir has many research papers, including 60 popular articles and 9 books published. So, with this introduction, now I would like to invite sir to our podium, and sir, now I would like to request you to please address our participants with your talk. So, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Preeti. Thank you very much for the nice introduction. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, very well, sir.
Okay. Let me share my slide first, then I will start. Actually, yeah, the slides are visible. Can you
Yeah,
see
sir,
my?
yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
Okay. Very warm good evening to all participants. I think participants from all over India, they are there in this particular training program. So first of all, let me congratulate Just Agriculture team for organizing this wonderful 30 days online training program. As it is online, it is more convenient for all of the students, especially to attend this program, as the session mostly starts in evening. No. As far as my topic is concerned, today I will be discussing on crop cover technology for vegetable crops. So I think most of you might be knowing about this crop production technology. So if some queries are there, then we'll be discussing after completion of the presentation. So shall I directly start?
Yes, sir, please, sir.
Okay. So friends, just Preeti has given introductions. I'm working specially as a professor and head Department of Vegetable Science at Dr. Punjab Rao Deshmukh Krishi Vidyapith, Akola, Maharashtra. As we know, this vegetable crops, we are ranking second in world in vegetable production after China. So we have made a lot of say improvement as far as different production technologies are concerned. So with the advances in vegetable crops, we have achieved tremendous goals as far as vegetable production is concerned. By using different, say, different advances in vegetable production, recent advances in vegetable production. Say, for example, we know there are different techniques, for example, vegetable nursery. Previously, we used to grow the seedlings with mostly on raised beds, but now that technology has been outdated, and now as most of the means we are using F1 seeds, especially in vegetable crops, almost more than 90% hybrids they have been sown. Only in few crops we are using the straight varieties, or mostly as far as some commercial, say, vegetables are concerned, we are mostly using the hybrids. So as we know that the seeds of hybrids are very, very costly. So we want, say, from every seed we want seedling. And for that, this advances in nursery production, particularly nursery techniques, that is using the portrait technique, we are growing different vegetable crops. Again, this is just one of the advances. Again, we are using this BBF technology, that is broadbed furrows. Now, because of the, say, very this minute and very, say, typical use of this water, especially for fertigation, we want to use, means, from more crop per drop. That is the, say, slogan. No, we are using, for we want every crop, every drop to be utilized by the crop. And that's why we are using this BBF as well as the drip irrigation in most of the vegetable crops as far as commercial cultivation is concerned. Again, we are using the mulching technology in most of the vegetable crops. Then again, as far as other advances are concerned, we are using the vegetable grafting again in most of the vegetables like tomato, then in brinjal also, and mostly in cucurbitaceous crops like watermelon. This technology to use the disease-free grafts, we are using this grafting technology. Again, then the vertical farming, then again you can see the protected cultivation. So these are the various technologies with the help of which we have done revolution in the vegetable production, and we have attained the self-sufficiency in vegetable production, and we are surpassed the food grain production as far as the production of horticulture crops are concerned. So this is in also in processing and value addition also we have done a lot of advances in various, say, preservation as well as different value added products of different fruits and vegetable crops. So this is one side, but if you see on the other side, still there are many more constraints in vegetable production. Mostly I will be talking about vegetable production. Say, different while growing different commercial crops, mostly we are facing the problem of pest and diseases. So because of this climate change, we have witnessed in last few days there was very cloudy weather, high humidity was there, mostly sunlight was absent for most of the hours in the day, and these congenial conditions were there for the, say, spread of different insect, pest and diseases. So so we have to do lot of efforts for controlling, or we may say for timely controlling these different pests and diseases which are damaging severely. So every year, if you think, we are losing almost 20 to 30% of our total production only because of the attack of different pests and diseases. So if we want to protect this, then we have to come up with some different technologies, and one of these technology is the crop cover technology. So today we'll be discussing more about this crop cover technology. So crop covers, first, these are the crop covers actually. Okay, this as far as the introductory part is concerned, I already gone through this. Then what is this crop cover? Crop cover, actually these are the non-woven fabric materials, they which are used for covering the crops, particularly when they are at initial stage. Now either they are made up of polyester or the polypropylene material, mostly using, that is which we are using for our what we call as the mask, isn't it? That is mask which are using, so that is also made up of the same material. So same material is used for the covering different crops. Now what are the objectives, why we should use this? So as I said, mostly this production technology is used for different vegetable crops, and that too on commercial basis we are using it for chili. So chili is highly susceptible to different pests and diseases. Mostly we are facing the problem of leaf curl. Now, why leaf curl is occurring? Can anybody answer this? Leaf curl is the most serious viral disease occurring in chili, isn't it? What may be the reason? Okay. Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
sir, you're audible. Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Okay, okay. Nobody is responding. That's why
Uh,
I thought
n-
I got disconnected or what. Okay.
no, sir. Somebody responded in the chat box, sir. Maybe it's just a network issue.
Okay, okay. No, no issue, no issue. Okay.
Yes.
I let me answer this. So mostly the leaf curl, which is a very severe and serious disease of chili, is mostly occurring because of the different sucking pests. The sucking pests, actually they act as a insect vectors for carrier of this disease. So the main object of the crop cover is to protect the crop, especially the chili, from the different viral disease, that is by preventing the different sucking pest. Okay, because the seedlings at the seedling stage, the crop is more susceptible to different pests and diseases. And if you protect the crop at initial stage by using these crop covers, definitely our crop will be more healthy, and definitely its further growth as well as yield will be definitely high, isn't it? So with this object, mostly we are using this crop cover. This crop cover, it not only protects the crop from the sucking pest, but in addition to that, it also protect from the adverse climatic conditions also. Say for example, if it protects the crop from the frost, it protects the crop from the different harsh climates, maybe we say very too low temperature or very high temperatures. Again, it protects the crop from the different birds as well as animals, especially at the initial stage, which is very, very delicate one. As I said, it is most, say, susceptible crop. The seedlings are most susceptible to different pests and diseases. That's why these crop covers, they are highly helpful at the initial stage. Then another very important advantage or objective of using crop cover is to minimize the pesticide residues. Now, friends, all of you know, as I said, I will focusing mostly on the chili crop, chili or capsicum, which are highly susceptible. Even tomato also highly susceptible. So as far as chili is concerned, so most of the growers, commercial chili growers, they are spraying their crop at, say, interval of 4 to 5 days. Means at least twice in a week they are spraying the crop with the insecticide, pesticides. Now just whatever recommendations I know, and you must be knowing that say if we are recommend whatever doses are recommended for different pesticide, insecticide, even farmers are using almost double or even thrice than the recommended dose, which is really a very serious issue. That's why nowadays we are talking about the residue free crops and all these things. And as there are a lot of sprayings in chili, so it is now very difficult to get the chili which is free from the different pesticides and insecticides. And moreover, they are not worrying about before how many days we should spray, and how after spraying, how after how many days we should harvest the crop. They are not at all say giving any emphasis on this. Just they want to say make more money from their produce. Okay, so this is a very serious health issue. So we know a lot of cancer patients are increasing in our country because of the huge use of this insecticide and pesticides. So this is really very alarming situation in our country. And this is one of the best technique, that is crop covers. These are the best technology we should use and we should promote in order to protect the crop, especially at the initial stage, from the different pests, diseases, as well as adverse climatic conditions. Okay. Uh, my slides are visible, no? They are changing.
Yes, sir. Changing, sir, and visible.
Okay, okay, thank you. Now, friends, there are different types of crop covers. Just I told you what do you mean by crop cover. So I will be focusing on types of crop covers. Then you what is the exact the role played by these crop covers? What is the exact use of the crop covers? And then the other related things regarding the different whatever research work which has been carried out on this particular aspect in our department. That all the things I will be discussing during my presentations. Now, as far as crop covers are concerned, crop covers based on thickness, there are different types, maybe here 3 to 5 types, but commercially 17 GSM, 20 GSM, 23 GSM, and 25 GSM. Out of this, the 17 GSM is mostly used by the different vegetable growers. So we have actually carried out research work on this particular aspect using different crop cover thickness as well as different colors. They are available in white, blue, yellow, as well as red. So we found that out of these different crop covers, red crop cover is performing very good. Blue is also performing very good, but they are quite costly. If you consider the BC ratio, they are quite costly. And again, this white crop cover of 17 GSM, it is very excellent. It is low in cost. That is almost the roll is costing around 3,000 rupees. That is 400-meter roll. Again, this as far as this blue and red is concerned, they're costing more than 5,000 per roll. So that's why the cost is almost double if you consider the BC ratio and other, say, yield. And I will be discussing it during my presentation. The yield levels, again, they are at par with the blue, that is blue crop cover. The yield levels are at par with the white. That's why we are mostly recommending the white ones as far as considering the BC ratio. But again, the different crop covers have their own, say, advantage. Uh, Mostly, if you think about the blue, especially the blues are mostly regulating the growth, they promoting the growth. Again, they're reducing the internodal distance. That is the important role of the blue crop covers. If you think about the red crop covers, again, they are promoting vegetative growth. Again, they are protecting the crop from the different, say, rains and other things. Even, say, as I said, different sucking pest. Then as far as white are concerned, again, they are very useful and they are very cheap also than the other two types, that is red and blue types. So that's why if you use this white color 17 GSM crop covers, definitely they are very cheap, as well as we can get very good return. And again, we can keep the crop free from different pests and diseases. And that's why we can keep the crop in good health, and we can harvest a good, say, produce from such healthy crop. No, these are the different crops. As I said, we are using mostly focusing on chili. As I said, it is highly susceptible to different pests and diseases. But along with chili, commercially, it can be used for muskmelon. Definitely for some of the farmers, they are using this crop covers for the muskmelon. Then crops like exotic vegetables like celery. Then crops like onion also in lettuce. So again, different crop covers are being used. Say again in tomato, in capsicum, in carrot, then cauliflower, even watermelon, then garlic, potato, cucumber. So in all these crops, these commercially crop covers are being used. But as far as the maximum, if you say talk about maximum use of crop covers or very common use of crop cover, then mostly they are using in chili, and then this muskmelon, and even watermelon also. In these three crops, these cap covers, they are being used on very large scale on commercial basis. As far as the advantages of crop covers are concerned, as I said a number of times, this we are discussing this issue, that what are the advantages of this crop cover. So the most important advantage of crop cover is they prevents the sucking pest. They protect the crop from the sucking pest. That is the most important advantage of the crop covers. Then along with that, again, they increases by protecting the crop from the different pests, and this is obviously they are playing important role in increasing the yield and quality of the crop. Again, they protect from the adverse climatic conditions like frost, or then very low or very high temperatures also. Even they modifies the microclimate. That is also very important role of the crop covers. Then again, uh, they lower down the pesticide consumption. That is very, as I said, we are using the crop covers. That's why we need not require to do spraying up to the time in which we are covering the crop. Mostly we are covering the crop from for near about 45 days after transplanting. So up to 45 days, we did not require to do any spraying if we use these crop covers. And again, one of the important advantage is that we can use the crop covers, means we can reuse, not only use, we can reuse the crop covers for 2 to 3 seasons or 2 to 3 years also, if we properly say manage the crop, if we take proper care of the crop covers, then definitely the same covers can be used for 2 to 3 seasons or 2 to 3 years also, provided we take good care of this crop covers. Then again, they plays very important role in hiring the photosynthesis. So that is also very important thing, because no way they are say protecting, means preventing the sunlight. Definitely the plants, they will get sufficient amount of sunlight, rather they help in say increasing the rate of photosynthesis. Then they reduces the ultraviolet exposure by protecting the crop. They are means protecting the crop from the ultraviolet rays also, which are very harmful to crops, particularly during the early stage. Then say nowadays we are talking mostly about the organic farming. So in organic farming, again, as I said, there is no spraying is required in early stage up to 45 days. So that's why this technology, crop cover technology, is highly useful in promoting the organic production of different vegetable crops, as we need not require to do spraying. Then they are hydrophobic in nature. That's why they are not say adversely affecting the crop, particularly during the rainy season also. Then again, here the important advantage of the crop cover is just like so this whatever I am talking, all these advantages definitely we are getting in protected cultivation also. But in protected cultivation, we have to erect the permanent structures again, which are very high, costly, isn't it? So again, depending upon the type of structure, GI or other, then depending upon the size of this protected structure, again the initial cost, it may varies. But definitely this protected structures are very costly, especially during the initial stage. The cost is very high for erecting these structures. But as far as crop covers are concerned, here we did not require any permanent structure, isn't it? So simply by using this GI wire and by tying this, I will be again in next slides, I will be describing in more detail how to use or how to fix the crop covers, how to install the crop covers, that I will be discussing. Then again, it increases the total duration of the crop. So as I said, if we take proper care of the crop, if we manage the crop in good health condition, definitely the crop will give more yield for longer period, and thus it helps in increasing the duration of the crop also. Then another very important advantage, as we are using mulching, definitely, and again the crop covers. That's why the growth we can prevent the weed growth, and thus we can increase the yield by using the different crop covers. So these are the different advantages of the crop covers. Okay. Then regarding, as I said, installation, how to install the crop covers. Now, those peoples who are using the crop covers for the first time, who are not aware of the crop covers, then for them, the most important question is how to install these crop covers. Now, this technology is very simple. Even our daily laborers, now they are very fluently, they are very, say, skilled laborers, uh, they are very perfect in erecting these crop covers, and they are means using the crop. We are using these crop covers regularly since last 3 to 4 years in our field. Now, first, before installation, now we have to prepare. As I said, first we have to prepare the broadbed furrows. As this technology we can use only in the BBF, it gives very good results because we have to use the mulching paper also, drip also. That's why we have to prepare the broadbed furrows first. After preparation of land, depending upon the say crop, which we can take length and width normally 1 meter. The length we can take depending upon the our field and the crop to be grown. Then after say preparation of the broad beds, then we have to install the drip laterals of the drip. Mostly we are using the dip, again depending on the crop, we can use inline or online. So mostly we are if the close spacing is there, we can use the inline drips, or the for wider spacing we should use the so like cooker beds, we can use the say online drips laterals can be used for this drip irrigation. Now, after installation or putting the laterals, now we have to again cover the laterals as well as the bed with the mulching paper. Mostly we are using the 30 say micron mulching paper, that is silver black mulching. It's again is found very beneficial uh, for the mulching purpose. Then after that, again, after making holes at say depending upon spacing, say at 60 by 60 centimeter mostly, we are using, or mostly 75 by 75 centimeter. Then again, this either by zigzag or in the pair row we can use it, but it is recommended to use a single row as we are placing the laterals in the center. Again, because say at the center, as I said, when we are installing the crop covers, the height of the center, it is about 2 feet. So up to that height, we are getting the at the center of this say crop covers. So that's why we are recommending only one single line in the center, and that only one crop sorry, one single line should be taken rather than taking two lines, or rather than planting in zigzag fashion. Okay, this is a very important one. Then again, as I said, we have to use the GI wire structure. So that is semicircular GI wires. We have to prepare semicircles, and then we have to fix the both end of this GI wires in the say with the help of pegs. We have to fix it in the soil, and then we have to cover on this GI wire. We have to cover the covers. We have to place the covers. After that, installation of the crop cover is to be done, and again both end of the crop covers, again they should be tied uh, at the with the help of the string as well as the stone or other say any desirable thing. We have to tie the ends so that they remain stretch. There should not be any wrinkles. So I will be showing photographs in next slides. This is the step by step. I have shown the photographs after preparing these this BBF. Then again we have to place the in second floor. We have to place the deep or laterals on the beds, and then we have to start this. This mulching paper should be say covered. The bed should be covered with mulching paper. And then after that, this here picture photograph is shown here. Then after that, again we have to do the transplanting at the desired spacing. Okay, and mostly we should use very say healthy seedlings for transplanting, which are free from pests and diseases. Now, after transplanting, so once the seedlings are established initially at after 3 to 4 days, so immediately we should irrigate the crop, no doubt. But after that, we have to just, as I said, we have to prepare this galvanized GI wires, isn't it? There is a semicircle GI wires. In this way, they are to be placed on the BB of there is beds lengthwise. Normally, the distance between these two wires, it may be 2 to 2.5 feet. So at this spacing, they should be placed on the beds at the spacing of 2 to 2.5 feet. Lengthwise, again, they should be placed. And after that, again, over this GI wire, again, this GI wire, again, they should be tied properly with the plastic strip or the string, so that they should remain at one place. Uh, and after that, again, with the help of this pegs, they should be fixed, tied properly, every GI wire, so that they should remain at proper place and they should not move here and there. And again, after on this GI wire, again we should place the crop covers like this, as shown in the photograph. I think everybody got the point. Now, in this way, as I said, both after covering this crop covers on the GI wire, again, the end of this crop cover should be properly tied, and then it should be given proper strength, so that it remain fixed in the soil. And again, there will not be any movement, especially particularly once we cover the crop. Now, again, a very important thing, after covering, again, from all the sides also, we should bury the ends of the crop covers in soil, so that they will remain at proper place. We should fix it properly, so that it will not move because of the heavy winds, as well as if there are manually, if we get some hurdles, again, they should remain at proper place. They should remain fixed. With this purpose, we are again burying them with the soil. Now, this is the view of the crop cover. Actually, this is the view of our experimental plot, which I have carried out at our instructional farm department of vegetable science. So here we have taken different treatments. Some they are covered with the white one, then red one, then your blue covers, as well as some treatments they are uncovered without spraying and with farmers practice. Such different treatments we have taken, and we have carried out different ones. Now, as I said, we are protecting the crop. We are not only crop covers are protecting the crop, but they are also modifying the microclimate. So if we see in mostly in our areas, we are using it during the say winter season. So here the temperature inside the crop covers, especially we can have the temperature difference between 1 to 2 degrees centigrade, as well as humidity. Also, we can modify up to 2 to 3% inside and outside the crop covers. Now here, as I said, after say once we are doing the transplanting, so after 3 to 4 days, immediately once the seedlings get established, immediately we have to cover the crops with the crop cover, and again we have to retain the crop covers up to 45 days after transplanting. Once they are say once we have covered the crop, we should retain the covers for near about 1.5 months. Now, these are the some experimental data I would like to present. So this we have taken some comparative studies and some references also. We have referred. So as per the Eva et al, they have studied the effect of crop covers on growth and yield of garlic. So they found that the crop covers, particularly mass of plant, was maximum in crop cover, as well as the mass of leaves, it was maximum in the crop cover, as well as the mass of bulb was also maximum, bulb diameter, then the this diameter content, as well as the different parameters. And one mostly the yield was very highest, that is 4.07 kg per square meter in the crop cover as compared to control, that is without cover. So these results are really very promising, not only in garlic but also in chili also, which we have carried out at our farm. Then similar results are reported by Marek et al., particularly during the crop. He used the crop like leek. So we got without with crop cover, they got a yield of 36.28 tons per hectare, as compared to, I mean, almost more than double as compared to the crop which is not covered one. Then in potato also experiment has been carried out by this Merek in 2019, and they also reported that the weight of tuber, as well as number of tube sorry, number of tuber per plant was maximum in crop cover, as well as weight of tuber was also maximum in the crop covers. As I said, as I was talking about the experiment which has been carried out at our farm. So this particular experiment we have carried out in Chile. That is, we have used the standard package of practice, that is without crop covers, then which is mostly followed by the farmer practice, we can say. Then in treatment 2, we have taken the control, that is without crop covers and without this is giving anything like fertilizers and any absolute control, we can say. Then other treatment 17 GSM blue crop cover, 17 GSM white crop covers, and 17 GSM red crop cover. So these three colored crop covers of same thickness we have used, and this experiment was carried out at our farm. And it is observed that the crop covers, which are by using this red color crop covers, we got very good results, as I said. But if we see the average yield was also there, but it was at par with the white one. And as I said, as the white crop covers are comparatively cheaper, almost say less than 2,000 per roll. So they are more easy. And again, if you consider the BC ratio also, the BC ratio of the white crop covers is very good as compared to this blue or red crop covers. That's why we are always recommending this type of this white crop covers. This economics also we have worked out as far as crop covers are concerned. In cucumber also, we are costing, say, without crop covers almost 40,000, and with cover the cost of cultivation is 70,000. But if you see the BC ratio, the BC ratio with crop cover is almost 3.8. That's why it is highly say profit generative if we use this crop covers for different. As far as in Chile also, we also carried out the economics. So as far as economics are concerned, again the here also the in Chile the BC ratio is almost 3.7. So that's why these crop covers are really very found to be very beneficial in crops like chili. So at the last, I can conclude that this crop cover technology is really very beneficial. Farmers are mostly using these crop covers, and in our areas also, in our district also, some of the farmers, they are using these crop covers. Almost some of the farmers, they are growing chili on almost 25 acre. One of our farmer near this Akola district city is taking this chili crop on 25 acres, and he is completely covering the crop with this crop cover, that is 17 GSM white crop covers he is mostly using. And after 45 days, we have to remove the crop covers, and then after we have to follow the regular plant protection measures. But definitely, as the crop remain very healthy, it is completely free from this sucking pest mostly. up to 45 days. That's why the major part that is completely say the crop remain free from the say attack of pest and diseases. That's why it is very healthy. And always we know healthy plants always give more and very good yield and good quality yield also. That's why we can obtain very good yield as well as good quality yield by using this technology. And as I said, we have worked out the economics also, and we is found very beneficial to use the crop covers, because we are reducing the cost of the different pesticide spraying, for the cost of labors required for spraying, and thus we can minimize the cost on this spraying of different pesticide insecticide. And again, as I said, these crop covers, they are reusable. We can reuse them for 2 to 3 years or seasons. If we properly remove them after 45 days, and if we store it in good condition, definitely all the rings and every material we can reuse. That's why this technology is going to be very say becoming very popular among the farmers, especially the chili growers, as well as the especially the cucurbitaceous crops like muskmelon and even watermelon, and in tomato also the farmers are commercially using these technologies. So with this, thank you very much for your patience listening. uh, if you have some questions, then definitely I would like to answer this question. The topic is open. If somebody have some doubts, then definitely you can ask. Over to you, Preeti. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Hello. Am I
Yes,
audible?
sir. Yeah, you're audible, sir. I'm really sorry, sir. Actually, I got
Am I audible?
disconnected. Yes, sir, you're audible, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Now you are audible.
Yeah.
Actually, I finished the topic. If some questions are there, then they are welcome.
Yes, sir. I just heard your conclusion, sir, and the minute I heard, I just went off. Some network connection interrupted, sir.
Okay,
So,
okay. No issue, no issue.
yeah. So, thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful session, actually. What a practical topic you took, and like you elaborated it very nicely, sir. So, so there are some questions in the chat box as I can read. So, I will just read out some questions, sir.
Okay, no issue.
Yeah. So, sir, Layakat case, he's trying to ask, sir, can you tell how to store turmeric after harvesting for next year as seeds, sir? Did you get my question, sir?
Yeah. Actually, turmeric, we can store it. Nowadays, the say we can store it in peat. Okay, this is a means traditionally the farmers used to store the turmeric in pits. So we should cover the pits first. We should dig it in the shade, especially in shade of the tree. This is a means technique I am telling, especially which farmers they are using at their farm. Commercially, we have different storage condition we can use for storing that. But farmers, they are practicing. They are preparing the pit. They are just covering it with the cow dung, and then again they are spraying some pesticide, dusting some fungicides, and then they are placing these fingers and this planting material into that. Again, they are covering with the turmeric leaves. They are preparing the hips, and again, thus they are storing the turmeric in good condition till they are planting in next season. This is the
Thank you for
normal way
answer.
of putting it.
Thank you for answering, sir. I hope that answers to Mr. Liaquat. So, sir, the next question is coming from uh, uh, Priyabrata. Priyabrata, she is trying to ask, sir, is there any difficulty in pollination while using cover crop technology, sir?
No. Actually, as I said, there is some difficulty, but we have to remove once the flowering starts, we have to remove the crop covers. As I said, crop cover should be placed only up to 45 days. Okay, after transplanting. So again, once the flowering starts, we have to remove the crop covers, and then we have to follow the regular plant protection measures as we are following in normal chili cultivation.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the next question is coming from Dr. Kamal Kumar Pandey. So he's trying to ask, like, what about the carbon dioxide concentration inside the crop covers, and what is its effect on this, sir? Please explain, sir.
Yeah, as I said, definitely the carbon dioxide content inside the crop covers is high as compared to open. And we are, as I said, we are taking regular observation also. And there, thus, because of the increased carbon dioxide content, as I said, in the advantage also, I said that the rate of photosynthesis is quite high because of this increased carbon dioxide content. So definitely it will help in increasing the this photosynthetic rate.
Thank you, sir. So the next question is from Mr. Selva Kumar. So, sir, the question is, what is the cost of layout of crop cover, and will it not increase the cost of cultivation as total, sir?
No, no. As I said, the cost is exactly we may require, I think, 20 to 27 rolls per acre. I think I don't know exactly. I have to calculate it. As I said, the dimension is 400 meter as far as length is concerned. The width is around 5.25 feet, like that the crop covers are available in this dimension. So as far as the crop covers are concerned, they are not very much costly. Again, they are costing around 10 to 15,000 per acre. And again, if we say if we calculate the BC ratio, already I have shown in my slide, and we have done experimentation also. That we found that we are, as I said, the crop covers, we have to divide the cost of the crop covers into 3 years. As I said, we can use it for the season or 3 years, isn't it? That's why just like drip irrigation, as we are dividing the cost for say 2 to 3 years, we are using this. So in the same way, we have to divide the cost of say these crop covers for by 3 years, as we are using it for 3 years. That's why the initial cost is quite low, and as we need not require to do any spraying. So thus we can say minimize, or we can reduce the cost on the spraying. And as these are reusable, definitely they are economical. If we calculate the BC ratio, already shown the slides, they are definitely not at all costly. They do not, initially they may increase the cost of this cultivation. But if you think about yield and BC ratio, definitely they are far, far economical as compared to the crops, to the crop which is not covered with the crop cover. Yeah.
Very well answered, sir. Sir, maybe the last question of the session.
Yeah, please.
Sir, is the crop cover is available everywhere, sir?
Yeah. Crop cover is available. It is very easily available in the city like Akola in Maharashtra. It is not very big city. It is available in the market. Even on online also, if you just search, there are many suppliers who are supplying this crop covers online, and even they are sending at your say destinations.
Thank you, sir.
If somebody wants, then addresses also I can give address also. If you share my number, definitely, or email, then definitely I can send the details of the suppliers who can supply the different crop covers.
Sure, sir. We will share your details in the group, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
no
there
issue.
is a question from the Mr. Emmanuel. So, sir, he's trying to ask, is it possible to practice this for maize using polythene, sir? For maize crop?
Yeah, definitely it can be useful, no issue. But again, we have to work it for how, because the height may be the issue, no, in this crop cover, because as the diameter of this the crop cover is only 5 feet at the center, where, as I shown in the figure, let me show that. Now this one, can you see this slide?
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
Yeah. if you can see the slide, at the center we are getting almost 2 feet height, isn't it? In the bed, in the center of the bed. That's why this width may be the limiting factor in using this particular, because the we have to remove it after 45 days. Till that, the chili or the other crops, mostly the vegetable crops, they won't grow above say 2 to 2.5 feet. After that, we have to remove it. That's why it may be difficult in using, especially because of the dimension of the crop cover. We may not able to use it in maize.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. So as I can see in the chat box, also very informative sessions, sir. Very well presented sessions, sir. So thank you so much for sparing your valuable time so that we could interact with such an expert like you, sir. So on the behalf of our participants and our team, Just Agriculture, I thank you once again, sir. And
Thank
there are no more questions in the chat box, sir. So we will be sharing your details in our group, sir, so that they can interact with you, sir, if they want to.
Yeah, definitely. Questions will be welcomed. Thank you very much. It is really very nice to interact with you. I think we can see more than 140 participants right now. They are there. So thank you for your patience hearing. If you have any doubt, then definitely you are free to ask me. I will be sharing my number, my email also in the group. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
sir.
Good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you.
So, dear participants, now we will call it a day. So, we shall meet. We'll be meeting tomorrow with other new sessions. So, till then, have a nice day and good night.